Hi guys, Dave here and
Laura.
And welcome back to the channel, podcast as well. Today's topic, what are we doing?
Well, I don't know. What are we doing?
We are talking about lockdown, or coming out of lockdown,
Yes.
more importantly.
Basically, their last 12 months.
Yes, absolutely.
On and off.
Yeah, the
But
difficulties, the hardships, the benefits, how we've dealt with it,
Yep.
the whole shebang, basically.
How both of us are still alive.
Yeah, we haven't killed each other. We got married to each other instead.
I thought you were going to say we got close.
Yeah, we got close. Yeah.
We did get married.
We did get married, that's
We did
true.
get married.
That's true. I suppose we'll probably start there then, I suppose.
Yeah.
We've got a couple of topics, which is why I'm looking over here, that we're going to talk about. But I suppose the benefits of lockdown, we'll start with there then, shall we? The positive things. So,
Yeah. You start.
well, obviously, the top of my list is getting married.
That wasn't a direct result of lockdown, though. Or do you mean like the type of wedding we had?
Good question. Yeah, probably.
Because we would have got married
so.
either way.
Yeah, so basically, for those of you who aren't in the UK, the rules in the UK lockdowns this is the third one we're in right now.
Yeah.
The rules for the majority of the time was no weddings permitted, and then there were small portions of times where we could get married.
Yeah, like in between lockdowns.
Yeah, in between them being closed off and restrictions lifted and whatever. And so we were supposed to get married December 1st, 2020, and we were thinking we were going to have to cancel. And with it being such a bad year, we were thinking, do we want to still have our wedding in a year that's considered the shit year, the 2020 year?
And it really was.
It really was. Or do we sign it off on a high and try and push through some wedding to a degree?
Yeah, I think that's what we wanted. We kind of had a chat with family and friends and stuff and said, like, everyone was kind of happy to go. So we were like, yeah, well, let's end it on a high kind of thing.
Everyone, because bear in mind, it was 9 months of not seeing anyone pretty much by then. We've both been working from home the whole time, barely saw another soul. There were times at the start where you could see people in groups of 6 outside, which we did do, but particularly the 4 months leading up to December, we didn't see a soul.
No.
I
mean, we were in lockdown from was that the 1st of November or like the 4th or something?
Yeah, the second
proper full-on lockdown, which ended on the 2nd of December.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, which is, we were like, shit, it's cancelled. Oh, it sucks. And people we're 27 and 26, our age, we've got a lot of friends who were getting married at this time as well.
Yeah.
And they all had to postpone their weddings that year. So we're thinking, oh man. And we also noticed that all the dates have been taken for 2021 already. So we're thinking, oh my god, we've got to wait till 2022. That's ridiculous. We didn't want to do that.
Everyone postponing, and it was like we had friends that were supposed to get married before us as well, and they had to postpone theirs, and we kind of had that whole we're really happy that we could potentially still get married this year, but we felt so guilty for everyone who should have been before us. Like, absolutely. It was their turn first. Yeah,
that was a big thing that played in our minds quite a lot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And that is the other thing, only because of the restrictions, we were able to get married with just 15 people.
Yeah, well, 13 guests. It was 15, including us.
Yeah, ridiculous.
It was mad, really.
Was the photographer included in that as well? I can't remember.
No, anyone who was working wasn't included.
Wasn't, right, okay.
Yeah. So it was 13 guests.
And people with masks as well, and,
Yeah.
Not the ideal wedding, but we're so happy it did happen. But what I was going to say was that making that choice of not having all your close friends, extended families not there was very difficult, but everybody we did speak to was amazing about it, and it sort of really did show who matters in your life and who's grateful and who's just happy for your happiness, if that makes sense.
Exactly,
because we would have done the same thing if we had other friends that chose to get married in a year and couldn't invite us. We would totally understand, because it was a hard year for us for many reasons as well, but it was such a good way to end that year.
It was really good, and there were pros and cons to having a COVID wedding, because we got so much extra time to have photos taken and all that kind of stuff, when that time would normally be filled with eating a meal and dancing and stuff, whereas we managed to get so many lovely pictures and more time together than I think we would have had if we had was going to say proper wedding day. It
Absolutely.
was a proper wedding day.
it was that thing of, it doesn't mean you don't put the rest of your life on hold. We have had friends who have had to postpone and chosen just to carry on, having kids or whatever, and planning other bits of their life. And we wanted to do a certain order. We had that.
We just really liked that date, the 1st of December. That was like our date. And when you've been planning it for like 2 years before, like we just got so used to saying that date.
Yeah.
But in the end, we postponed for 2 weeks, didn't we?
Yes, to the 14th.
Yeah, till after the lockdown.
Yeah.
And
but that date's still okay though, because our anniversary is the 14th, right?
That is correct.
Oh, you looked at me like that was wrong.
So it's like 6 months. So like the 14th of December is our anniversary, wedding anniversary, and then the 14th of June is like when we first got together.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's quite nice, really.
Yeah. So that's super easy to remember for me, which you could just see. So that was good. So there were good things about it for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I'd say that was a huge benefit.
Yeah.
That came out of lockdown. Whilst it still would have been nice to go ahead, the fact that we saved so much money on it as well.
Yeah, we managed to get quite a bit of our money back.
That was
for the meal and stuff that we'd already booked, and
yeah.
So that was good.
We did speak to most suppliers, and we did choose not to fight them on deposits because we knew they'd lost their business as well. So it was only fair to sort of let them keep the deposits and things. So
everyone's in it all together, kind of thing.
Yeah, everyone was so nice about it all. It was great.
Yeah.
But I just mean money for the honeymoon is there. Exciting.
When we're allowed to go.
When we're allowed to go, that too. Yeah, we still have decided on that actually. But,
but it was good because, like you said, it didn't hold up our other goals. The things that we wanted to achieve in 2021 or 2022. We don't have to push that back a whole year.
Exactly.
Not talking kids, but just like savings and maybe getting a new house and just other things that we want to do, holidays and that kind of stuff.
That's true.
Yeah.
And similarly, I mean, to go alongside those things you just mentioned, the other benefits were, I'm studying my accountancy qualification at the moment. I'm right near the end, and because of lockdown, because I'm working from home, I don't have that journey to and from work, that being tired, all the rest of it. I was able to put in so much extra time into studying. I passed 2 exams. In those 6 months. It was fantastic, that was a huge boost for me. And similarly, you picked up a course and you started studying your own, pick up some extracurricular stuff, which is great.
I think a lot of people did that around the new year because they didn't know how long this would go on for. Like
that's true.
It's still ongoing now, but
exactly, it's still going. I think,
the working from home has been a big thing for loads of people. I think I felt more of a benefit at the beginning. Like, I've been working from home for 12 months now. You have as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
So, I feel like I'm bored of it now.
You are certainly bored of it. You are a people person.
Yeah.
You want to be around that.
I liked the novelty for like a month.
Yeah.
And it was nice being at home over summer when you could sit out in the garden with your laptop or like... Yeah, I'm over it now. But you like it.
I love it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not as much of a people person as you are. However, I miss the people I work with. There's no question about it.
Like your small group.
Yeah, you can't get away from that. There's 6, 7, 8 of us that I would consider really close at work, and we all sit together, and it's great. I've just found, from a productivity standpoint, no distractions, which you would think could be the opposite. You would think you would have, TVs and, your bed in the next room to have a 5-minute lay down. It was none of that, and also having your other half work in the same room over there.
Working in the same room.
Yeah, you'd think that would be a distraction, but
it's not.
It's not. For me, I felt so much more productive because you weren't a distraction, and I was a distraction for you because we don't have to talk about. Usually it would be a case of you come home at the end of the day and you would update yourself in the day, but you're kind of seeing what each other are doing.
Yeah, so you're hearing each other's calls and stuff.
Exactly.
But I suppose it's no different to working next to someone in the office. They're just doing a different job.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Because usually when we're in the office, a bit like you, there's 24/7 banter, so you're constantly distracted. You're having to work alongside having jokes, laughs.
True, but do you think the day goes quicker when you're at work because you've got that banter, whereas
fast.
You're stuck with me at home?
Don't say it like that. Blimey. But I would say it goes quicker when you're at work for sure. But I think I've seen a huge surge in my productivity. Like, the things I have to get done in my day-to-day job have just skyrocketed. it's been good because it's been so much more busy as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't get me wrong, I don't know what's going to happen when we go back, but I would love it to be like a 50-50 mix of working from home and working out at the office.
I think a lot of companies are going to have to be more flexible now. Like places that have said, no, you can't do your job from home, you won't be as productive and all of this.
It's been proven wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, they're under no obligation to say, oh yeah, no, you can work from home whenever you like, but they need to take into account.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I think there'll be a lot more about, you know, if people do have just general colds and flu and stuff, there's going to be a lot more, you know, you don't want that in the office because it's going to freak people out.
That's a good point.
So I think there'll be a lot more leniency, you know, because if you have just got a bad cold, you can still work.
Yeah.
You just don't want to be
really
in the
bad
office.
Diarrhea or something.
Sit on the loo.
You know you can work from home still, but you do be in the office.
Yeah, but stuff like that where you're maybe contagious, but you're not.
Yeah.
What, on the loo?
Well, no, just that classic, like, you know, you make 10 trips in 2 hours in the morning to the bathroom. People start to clock on, like, why is he
in the office?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they're gonna. Yeah. Well, they don't. I've taken days off sick before where I could have worked, but because I'm so full of cold or flu, I don't want to go and spread it to people.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
I
think there's going to be a lot more of that now that people are so, you know, germophobic, quite rightly.
There's also, I mean, for instance, my work, they've got flexible working hours already, particularly people with kids. It's more geared toward, you know, if you have to do an early morning run or whatever, or you have to look after them from 3 o'clock onwards in the afternoon, you can work from home and do flexible hours, and that was great. And
really
I
good.
think that's going to be more of a thing now. And I think also they have to take into account people's well-being, because the other thing is, if we go back straight off July 1st or whenever it is we're going to go back in the UK to 5 days a week, everyone's going to crash.
Yeah.
Because they'll be knackered from going in and not used to it.
Yeah.
So they'll have to phase it in anyway at some point. But
yeah, it should be like a phased going back, I think. I think a lot of companies will, but like the place I work for, I think we're going back 5 days a week, like straight away. It's just going to be like hit the ground running and just.
Oh, I hope I'll
deal with it.
That's tough. That's tough. I wouldn't want to.
It's going to be a struggle, but at least it's in the summer. It won't be like when it's dark and miserable outside.
Yeah. So the final benefit I could think of for both of us, which is the same line as the wedding, is the money we have saved this year.
Yeah.
Take away all the wedding stuff we got back, just day-to-day costs, month-to-month costs. The amount of crap we were spending on crap is ridiculous.
Was it on crap though, or was it on? Maybe you think it's crap, but I think it was just going out and enjoying life and going out for meals and.
That's true, and don't get me wrong.
Stuff.
We, like everybody, I'm sure, is the same. We all miss going out, meals out,
for food,
going to the pub, wherever it is. You know, that whatever the activity is, you're missing. I'm sure that's the same for everybody. But I just felt like you know, we've been meal prepping lunches for months and months and months and months and months, and we've lost a lot of weight, got really healthy, got really fit and active from that standpoint. And I would do that going to work, but I would still, you know, prep something for lunch for work. But because everyone else is going out, you join them.
Yeah, it's a social
buy a couple
thing.
of donuts, you know. Do you know what I mean? Something like
Go
that.
to
It's
Craig's.
like, so not only are you gaining weight, but you're also spending £4 or £5 a day extra. You don't need to.
Yeah.
And he's like, that's £80 a month now. Bloody hell.
I do miss it though.
Yeah, I do
miss going out on a lunchtime.
So do I. But
getting a meal deal.
Yeah, I think because I've seen that I can do it, I should be stronger when I go back.
Yeah.
For sure.
Should be.
Should be. Yeah, I mean, I am partial to the odd sausage roll, you know. I do enjoy those from Greg's. But yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Yeah.
I mean, petrol, you know.
Yeah. That's
£200 a month, that's saved, done.
And even just actually going to the petrol station, like I've maybe been three times in lockdown.
Yeah.
In a year, I filled my car up 3 times.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
I'm
not going to get used to doing it every 2 or 3 weeks again.
I'm with you on that. I fully agree. So I'll probably say they're probably the main benefits.
Yeah.
Anything else you think of benefit-wise?
No. I think it's kind of forced people to get hobbies.
Yes.
And to I don't know, just have time to chill out and actually do things.
Yeah, I mean,
That makes sense.
a lot of people I know, I've got a friend at work who's renovated the majority of his house. He's done it himself, and done a lot of things there, saved a lot of money and improved his house, that's great. And
I think people have had time to reflect on what's important.
That too.
Not to stress about the little things.
Yeah.
And
I agree with that one.
Just sort of, life's short, so just do what you like and what you want to do.
Yeah.
Don't try and impress everyone else.
Yeah.
Am I boring you?
No. Moving on. I'm joking. Okay, so difficulties then.
Difficulties of lockdown.
From lockdown. Do you want to take this one?
Just not seeing people.
Yeah.
That's obviously for everyone, but I think for me it's not seeing people.
Yeah.
And what was I going to say?
Not having that free ability of just
like lack of freedom.
Going out. Fresh air. I know you get your walks and stuff and whatever. You can still go for a run and that sort of thing, but walking your dog. But just going places, just exploring. We love
just being able to be spontaneous and do things wherever you can.
Spontaneous, yeah.
Because the things that you can do, you have to book way in advance. And
I miss that so much.
It's just
I'm with you on that.
I think for me as well, it's just the fact that every day's the same.
Yes.
And I think that's a working from home thing. You don't get that whole, chat as people come into work, or do you want to grab a coffee, or what did you get up to yesterday? We do have video calls and stuff, but it's not the same. It's always, I don't know.
I know what you mean.
And you get in bad habits because you can't separate from work. This is our second bedroom, and it's normally a chill out zone. It's where we game. It's where we do all our hobbies, but it's. Now I just look at it and think, work.
Workplace. You want to leave them. Your instinct is to leave the room.
Door. Yeah, but
if you go to the bedroom, that's not where you want to be associated with. You want to go outside and go to a new restaurant, or go to go play golf, or
But I also find that because it's in your house, I don't normally take my full lunch break or breaks throughout the day. I just work because I want work to be finished so that I can
I'm so with you on that.
So I think that's why the days drag a bit more and why there's no variation.
I agree with you on that one. I would say that's the main difficulty for sure. Obviously I know we did have a wedding and we did have our parents there and whatever. That physical contact, I'm not a physical contact person.
I'm not a hugger.
I like my space. But not with you, but missing from my parents, my brother, or my nephew, not being able to hug them, it's huge.
I just miss having a chat.
Yeah, I miss walking with my nan.
A cup of tea and just a chat. That's it.
Yeah, I rarely go for walks with my nan and with the rest of the family. Every Sunday they'd do it, and every now and then, because we live a little bit further away, we'd go.
Yeah, we'll go and join.
But I miss that. I never thought I'd miss that. Just walking, it's boring. But now that is the most interesting thing and the most exciting thing to get back to.
Where are we going to walk today?
Yeah, we're going to go for a walk. Go to the walk in the woods here. I've not even got a dog. I just love walking myself. Yeah. It's ridiculous, Yeah. I'm with that. I do miss. Again, I'm not much for clubbing or anything like that. I'm not saying I miss that, but I miss just getting drunk with mates and talking absolute bollocks.
Just being out.
In
public. I think that's it. The only public activity I get is literally walking around Tesco.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't see anybody other than you.
Yeah. I miss those friends that, my work friends I'm very close with, and probably my closest group of friends at the moment. But because we're all so similar, and because we see each other every day, and because we know each other's lives in and out perfectly, there's not much to really go on. But I miss all those friends. Well, you can reach out and you do chat to me now and then. It is difficult because you feel like you're all boring and you've all got nothing going on really.
Yeah.
I miss those ones and seeing them and having a chat with them
and having a good catch up,
proper catch up. Actually understanding what's happened. I've got friends who've had kids and congratulate them and they send their pictures, it's lovely, but you haven't met them.
It's crazy how much has changed. Like babies we haven't met, or people have got new pets that we haven't met. And people have moved house and I'm like, has this actually happened? I haven't seen you.
It is kind of ridiculous. You look back, that was a full year of our life.
It's crazy.
And whilst we shouldn't complain, because we haven't had it. Well, we have had it, but we haven't been seriously ill. And it's not like, you know, we fought a war or anything. We were in our warm houses, and
we've had it
kept
pretty
our
cushy,
jobs.
to be honest.
Yeah, there's nothing to complain about really. It's more just what has been difficult and basically our new outlook coming out of it.
Yeah.
Segue. Well, I've got two segues. So the first one is, who are you going to see first? Obviously, the answer is going to be your parents, your immediate family.
Yeah, I'd say immediate family, but then I think I would see them as a group. So they may not be first because we're not allowed to do that yet.
Ah, yes.
I think that's...
We should explain that.
So currently now you're allowed to meet one person for like a coffee or something outdoors, or go for a walk or whatever outside of your household. Yeah. So one person, and then the end of March you can meet six people outdoors. And then sometime in April, I think we can start meeting people indoors.
We're hoping by Easter.
I think.
We're hoping, but yeah.
But that could all be delayed.
That could be.
Touch wood, it's not.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be.
But so I wouldn't be able to see my whole family outdoors until the end of March, or indoors until April. So I may see a friend outdoors.
Okay, so if we just take immediate family as a given, who are you looking forward to seeing the most in the flesh?
Just my friends.
Your friend?
Yeah. My friend Kim, we're dying to have a coffee.
Yeah,
so
I know you
she
are.
only lives down the road, so that'll be fine. And then my other best friend Becca, who lives in Birmingham. That I don't know when I'm going to be allowed to see her.
That's going to be another long
but I can't wait.
travel, isn't it? Oh,
can't wait.
That sucks. That sucks.
But we will get there.
We'll get there.
What about you?
Yeah.
I family?
So outside like my brother and all the rest, because I really want to see my brother and my nephew and my future sister-in-law.
Yes.
I want to see the guys for Arana Golf. That's what I really want to do. And we've been talking about it at work. Got two friends at work that I play golf with, who I really miss playing with because we're all shit. It's really funny, and then we drink afterwards. It's great.
Yeah.
So I miss that big time. We have been talking about it, and that should be come the end of March.
Yeah,
really, we should be able to get out there. So I miss that.
It won't be long. It's only like 3 weeks away. 2.
Yeah. By the time this video goes out, it'll be a week and a half, 2 weeks away. So I should do like a golf podcast, a golf vlog. That'd be pretty shit thinking about it. In my head, it sounds like a good idea. I feel like no one's going to watch that. No one's going to watch me swing and miss the ball or miss a 1 foot putt. No one's going to care about that. Okay, so the last thing I've got... The other segue is the activity you're looking forward to doing. I mean, I basically said mine is golf, but if I take that away... Food. I agree on that one. Because we are having nice food here. We get...
I'd say food. I'd say, meals out, like date nights and stuff. But also... just food with family, like going around to your parents for food, or having a family barbecue or something like that.
Oh, a barbecue.
That's what I'm looking forward to. Yeah. Having a roast with the family.
Yeah, we do roasts, but when your parents cook a roast, it's always that better.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I miss a roast with mum and dad.
So I think a food
and
event.
Your dad's roast is a banger as well. To be fair, because he just does volume
too much.
Whereas my mum will do like everything from scratch.
Quality.
Yeah, your dad will do volume, so they both are amazing meals. To be fair, yeah. So I agree with that.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. Food.
I miss that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
can't wait.
Yeah, I think that the one of the things out of all this is we are lucky, but it's sort of identified to me how easy it is to lose friendships. It's like you have to put the effort in.
Yeah, 100%.
And even with family as well, like extended family, you may not see them for a while, and then it's so easy just to not make that effort. So while we're not the most sociable, I would say, because our hobbies outside of
we're quite
sport,
introverted, I think.
Yeah.
just happy on our own.
We are. We love our time together and on our own.
Yeah.
More than anything, really.
Mm.
But I do feel like we're going to come at this and just go like
Go
the rest of the
mental.
world, go mental. As soon as we can drink, high five people and dance, we're going to be
We'll
out.
be like vlogging from Ibiza.
Yeah, that'll be our honeymoon destination, Ibiza.
Vegas, baby.
No, we're going to
Vegas.
Vegas for our honeymoon. Hell yeah, we're going to go back there.
Yes.
But yeah, I would say that's one thing that's really opened my eyes out tremendously. And yeah. But no, it's yeah.
And also, I think the fact that
Interesting.
I've learned that health is more important than anything.
100%.
Health and family and friends.
Oh yeah.
are
Knowing what your priorities
number
are.
one. People
Yeah.
say, health before wealth, and it's so true.
Yeah, it's easy
So
just to
true.
say, yeah, that's true. But when you went through the last year, this is our historical moment in our lives, isn't it? This
Yeah.
It could happen.
It's
it probably
mad to
will happen
think
again,
that they
but-
will be teaching this in schools
Yeah.
in like 20, 30 years. They'll be like, go home and ask your parents about...
Yeah.
Probably not that long, because our kids would be older. They wouldn't be at school. But you know what I mean? They'll say, go home and ask your parents about what they were doing in COVID. And people are like, oh my God, sit down. Let me tell you everything.
Yeah.
You don't know how hard it was.
Yeah, actually, it wasn't even that hard.
You know how like grandparents are like with the war, and they're like, oh, you don't know how good you've got it. That's what we'll be like.
Yeah.
When we were in lockdown.
Yeah. I think one thing I was going to say, because this hasn't been a very Pokemon related podcast, we'll just tie it quickly back into Pokemon. We have mentioned it before, but what do we think the state of Pokemon, we're talking about prices, lack of product, all that jazz, all the interest in it right now, what do we think is going to be like post lockdown, back to normality basically?
I mean, you've got a lot more probably idea of what I have, but I think it's just going to keep going up.
And I like that
really
you've said
do.
that,
I really do.
because I'm still unsure. I was adamant that it was going to be the opposite coming out of it, but I like you said that, because I think a lot of people are more on your wavelength than me, because you think it's going to continue this trajectory of going up. People who have joined the hobby recently in the last 12 months, 18 months are going to stay. For me, I think it's going to go the opposite way. I think everyone's got this nostalgic kick because they've had spare time, and I think they're just going to fall out of it. But we know, being Pokemon fans...
So you think it's all going to go down a bit?
I don't think it's going to drop significantly. I just think it's going to level out and peter out for quite a few people, and then the money will fall. And we know Pokemon are printing out of their asses right now, which they should be. So the supply is going to go up.
I think that's the only way it could all go wrong and all go down, is if something major happens that kind of pees off all the collectors. Like if...
But you don't mean wrong as in the hobby dies out. You don't mean that. You mean as in...
No, I mean, well, sort of. Not dies out completely, but this whole boom that's happened, I feel like the only way that would ever reduce again is if, what's like the Pokemon people couldn't keep up with demand for the cards.
You mean
and
right.
people, the printers basically.
Yeah.
Like if people were constantly like trying to buy the new sets and could never get hold of anything, that would be enough to put me off, I reckon.
Yeah, because it's putting me off at the
because
moment.
people are,
I agree.
what's the point? If it gets to the point where only celebrities and people with
Who
clout can actually get hold of the product, then it's not enough to sustain
people who are buying
people's
in their
interest.
200 ETBs to double their price. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I do. It does seem, from what the Pokemon company have put out there, the extra printing factories in the US, and they still haven't got one in the UK, and I don't think they ever will, but they should do, in my opinion. They should have. I know they've got a European one. I believe they should put one in the UK, because we're small compared to America, but we are a market still.
Yeah.
And getting product here is... I've still not got my Shining Fates. 3 weeks on.
Still.
3.5 weeks on. Still nothing.
It's bad, isn't it?
Mental. Just that one lonesome ETB that I managed to get hold of, but...
And I can't blame the storm anymore.
No, you can't blame the bad
gone.
weather anymore. That's gone. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on. But, that's... My feeling is... A considerable amount of the people that have got involved the last year because of this nostalgic kick may go because all that time in their hands they did have will go. However, I do believe people will get drawn back into Pokemon because they always do. I'm 27. I've been brought back into this hobby 3 or 4 times. It's only now that I'm staying because I have more money to spare, and also the time. Before, that was the reason. Time and money was me dropping out, because I didn't love it. It was that. Similarly, those who have gotten into it just for money, just to flip, just to, sit on product and raise prices and all the rest of it. Box break to stupid prices, which we've done many times. I would say those people will get struck by it because there'll be too much product. Demand will go down, and I think they will fall out of it, or they'll stay, and I could be completely wrong. So who knows? It's exciting though. Yeah. All I have to say is I'm going to be in it.
I'm here to stay.
I'm here until I have kids, after I have kids, until I die, because I've come in and out of it so many times, and it just brings me joy. It's one of those hobbies where I can't explain to someone who didn't grow up with it.
Yeah, I don't think you'll ever grow out of it. It's something you grew up with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've said it in a previous video. I want my house to look like Toys R Us in the 90s.
It's not going to happen.
Well, one room might.
One room.
My room in our new house.
My room.
Yeah, my room. I want that to look like the 90s. I want Pokemon packs, booster boxes, everything just on shelving on all the walls where you can't move.
Like a Pokemon museum.
That'd be a dream.
That's what you could call it.
I would love that. A Pokemon museum, that'd be good. Anyway, we've gone too far here.
Now we're dreaming.
So apologies it wasn't too much Pokemon related at the start. We wanted something a bit different.
Yeah.
Pokemon news is a bit hit and miss at the minute. We keep missing the boat because we're doing these recordings stacked up because of work at the moment. But well, thank you for watching. If you have stayed to the end, you're absolute troopers.
I hope we weren't too boring.
Yeah, I hope we weren't too boring. But yeah, thank you for listening, watching wherever you are, and we'll see you next time.
We will see you soon.
Yeah, see ya. Bye.